Hello students, welcome to class 8. Myself Usha Dixit. Today we are going to start with crop production and management. This is the first chapter of science. Since time immemorial, man is growing plants. Ancient man when we studied was moving from one place to another place, lived a nomadic life in search of food. From 10,000 BC, man started cultivating crops and we started living at one place. They have stopped their nomadic life and they started cultivating crops. So what are crops? Similar types of plants grown on large scale are termed as crops. Like all the wheat plants in a crop field, they are crops. All the wheat plants in a crop field are what? Crops. In India, as India is a diverse country having wide variety of climate, we have divided different crop seasons. We have two cropping seasons depending on our climatic conditions of our country. And these two cropping seasons are Rabi season and Kharif season. Rabi and Kharif crops. Follow? Rabi season are the winter crops. We also call them as winter crops. Kharif season are summer crops, or we can say that as Rabi crops. They are the rainy season crops. The months in which Rabi crops are cultivated, as they are the winter season crops, they are cultivated, they are sown in the months of November or December, and they are harvested in the month of March, April. Just before Holi, they are harvested in the month of March and April. They are grown, their requirements are different. Low temperature, less water. Okay? And for example, examples of Rabi season crops like wheat, like gram. Similarly, rainy season crops like nowadays, rainy season is going on. They are sown in the months of June and July and harvested in the months of October or November. Their water requirements are more. That's why they are cultivated in rainy season. Developed in hot and humid conditions. For example, paddy, that is rice, it is cultivated in rainy season. Then soya bean, sugarcane, these are all rainy season crops. Alright? In winter season, like carrot and all different vegetables which we get in winter season, that is winter season crops. Rainy season, the rice, soya bean, sugarcane, they are cultivated in the rainy season, that is the kharif crops. So these are the two cropping seasons. There are also the third category, third season, which is termed as Zaid. So this Zaid season is the duration in between the Rabi and the Kharif crops. That is, it is harvested in the time period of April. So we can take as April and May and June as the Zaid season. So farmers can cultivate the third crops in this intermediate time period. Okay? That's all. So we studied about three different cropping seasons: Rabi crops, Kharif crops, and Zaid. Let us start with the agricultural practices. Agricultural practices, these are all the tasks which a farmer performs for the cultivation of crops. All the tasks, all the activities some total of activities which a farmer performs for cultivation of crops are known as agricultural practices. So the first step is preparation of soil. which include plowing, labeling, and application of fertilizers. Selection and sowing of seeds. When our soil is prepared, there will be selection of and sowing of seeds. Which type of seeds has to be sown in which type of soil? Irrigation, that is watering of plants. When our seeds, we have sown the seeds, we have watered plants at different durations. When the crops are ready, plantlets grow after germination. When the plant starts growing up, we have to protect our crop plants from pests, from weeds, and from diseases. And the last step, that is the final step of agriculture, is harvesting and storage. Harvesting is cutting of the plants, cutting of the crops, and storage of the grains in proper, appropriate conditions. Okay? That is about the agricultural practices. Now let us start in detail all these agricultural practices. So first we are going to start with preparation of soil. Preparation of soil. Alright? And in this preparation of soil, we are going to start with plowing. So I am cleaning the board now and we will start with plowing. What is plowing? Plowing is loosening and turning of soil. Plowing is loosening of soil. Loosening of soil. As after harvesting of crops, there may be the remains of the previous crops. There may be remains of previous crops, the land may get hardened. So, plowing is done for the loosening and for the upturning of the soil. This makes the soil looser. Plowing is done with the help of plow. Earlier we were using wooden plow having the iron tip at the extreme end, which was drawn with the help of animals. Bullocks were used to draw these plow. Farmers have to move along with the kettles, and it was a very tiresome and very active job. Now, with the advancement of technology and the mechanization, tractors are there and plows are attached to the tractors. The work which was done within days earlier, now it is performed within hours by these mechanized tractor-driven plow. Okay? So, plow is used for plowing. Now, the thing is, what are the advantages of plowing? Advantages of plowing is it makes the soil loose. It loosens the soil. So air and water can penetrate very easily. Air and water, it moves deep inside the soil. And this air and water is utilized by the roots of the plant. Roots respire, they take in oxygen, they absorb water also. Okay? So they loosen the soil. Plus it helps in mixing of nutrients. The nutrients which we will apply, it would be easy to mix inside the loosened soil. It is easy that the nutrients will get mixed in this soil. In the loosened soil, it helps in easier penetration of roots. Roots will easily grow inside the soil. So it helps in penetration of the roots. It helps in soil to retain moisture for longer duration also. And the last thing is, it helps in mixing of the nutrients very easily, and it also helps in removal of weeds. As we are loosening the soil, so the weeds and the previous plant remains, they are removed. Removal of weeds, uprooting of weeds occurs. So these are the advantages of plowing. Okay? Next step is, after plowing, as we have made the soil loose, next step is leveling. As the soil surface, the crop field is uneven, we level the soil. Leveling is to crush the lumps of the soil with the help of levelers or with the help of plank. So the appliance which is used to level the soil is plank. It may be made up of wooden or there may be metallic planks are available nowadays. It is a attached with the tractors and used for leveling of fields. Leveling it helps in making the soil uniform, making the land uniform. Although the soil is loosened now with the help of plough, but it has to be leveled out because we have to apply water in future and the fertilizers also. So if there will be non-uniform terrain, unequal terrain, what will happen? Water may accumulate at one place. Got it? So for the uniform distribution of water, leveling is done. That's all for today.